You know, guys, it's been a while since we covered Floyd Shivambu. And we know now the guy has his own political party, the Africa Maibuya movement. And it seems like there's a lot that is happening in that political party of Floyd Shivambu. It is a mess in that political party of Floyd Shivambu. Apparently, Floyd Shivambu and his deputy are not seeing eye to eye. And according to some reports, and the deputy president herself, Floyd Shivambu has fired this woman because this woman has been having meetings with Jacob Zuma. I mean, you would understand why Floyd Shivambu would be pissed off with the deputy president of his own political party having meetings with Jacob Zuma, possibly behind his back. Now, we are seeing the deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement doing interviews on national television, attacking the president of her own political party, Floyd Shivambu, while wearing the regalia of the MK party. I don't want to lie, guys. I am judging Floyd Shivambu. I am judging the judgment of Floyd Shivambu. Because every time I watch an interview of this woman, I cannot believe that this woman is a deputy president of anything. How is it possible that Floyd Shivambu, the so-called political scientist, would have somebody like this woman as her deputy? How is it possible? And this woman says that I am still a member of the MK party. I am the deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement, and I am the child of the EFF. You know, I tried my level best, guys, to stay away from this interview. Because it is nothing but a dumpster fire of an interview. And to think that there are people that are following such characters, it makes me question these people. It makes me question the intelligence of these people that are following such characters. Now that I have suffered a couple of times watching this interview, because I'm not going to lie, I have watched this interview a couple of times. I want you guys to suffer with me. I want you to go through this interview with me, to watch how the deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement expresses herself. This is a mess, man.
Floyd Shivambu's newly formed Africa Maibuya movement has fired Nolu Babala Mqinga as the party's first deputy president, citing political misconduct. The party says one of the reasons for Mqinga's dismissal is her unsanctioned meeting with MK party leader Jacob Zuma. Mqinga is in our studio to talk about this. Good evening, and lovely to have you in our studio. The first thing I commented on was your outfit and the logo, which is the MK party's regalia. Why did you choose to wear that to this interview about Africa Maibuya?
Since I have been recalled, I decided to just wear my MK party regalia because I was never really rejected by the MK party. So I'm a proud member of Umkhonto weSizwe party.
Where do you stand with Africa Maibuya tonight? In preparing for this interview, we're referring to you as the former first deputy president. One of our viewers messaged and said, well, she's not the former, is it? So where do you stand with the Africa Maibuya party tonight in respect of this decision to fire you?
I regard myself still as the deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement because the internal processes were not formally addressed. I just received a letter like 3 a.m. in the morning. And the next thing, I was removed from WhatsApp groups, and they just sent me a termination letter without going through the right processes.
I mean, like, okay, like, but why would you do an interview wearing the regalia of MK party? You are fighting for your position in Africa Maibuya movement, but you are doing your interview wearing the regalia of the MK party. And somehow you expect Floyd Shivambu not to pay attention to any of this and just welcome you back. And Floyd Shivambu firing people at 3 a.m., that is just Jacob Zuma style. I mean, right now we are seeing the politics of Jacob Zuma in real time. This woman says that, no, I'm fighting for my position in Africa Maibuya movement, but I am still a loyal member of the MK party, just like with Jacob Zuma going around saying that I am the president of the MK party, but I am still a loyal member of the African National Congress. So now we are seeing the politics of Jacob Zuma in full display. And Floyd Shivambu adding the cherry on top by firing people at 3 a.m. in the morning. This is nothing but Jacob Zuma's style of politics. A politics of confusion. Politics of confusion. Because, to be fair, I mean, how is this lady actually expecting the supporters of Africa Maibuya movement to look at her and welcome her back? Because the supporters of Africa Maibuya movement are looking at the MK party as a political party that has persecuted Floyd Shivambu. And this is the reason why Floyd Shivambu had to start this new political party, because MK party failed to be that political party that Floyd Shivambu thought it was going to be. So now you're going to do the interviews wearing the regalia of a political party that has, quote unquote, persecuted the president of your own political party. Make it make sense.
So I regard myself as still the deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement until the internal processes follow what this book says it must follow. Because we have this book that we formulated, which is the Africa Maibuya Restoration Manifesto, that says when such things happen.
I mean, guys, I am 100% sure that Floyd Shivambu wrote this constitution by himself. You know, if there's one thing that you cannot take away from Floyd Shivambu, it's things like this. You know, when it comes to things like the constitution, the political structures, I mean, you cannot take that away from Floyd Shivambu. So this lady is trying to throw Floyd Shivambu's book in his face. Just like how he tried to throw the constitution of the MK party in the face of Jacob Zuma. So Jacob Zuma called Floyd Shivambu to write a constitution for the MK party, and Jacob Zuma used the same constitution that was written by Floyd Shivambu to fire him. You cannot throw this book in the face of Floyd Shivambu. You can't. You can't.
And in the organization, disciplinary processes will take place, and such didn't take place. So I am still the first deputy president of Africa Maibuya movement.
And as the first deputy president, in your mind,
I mean, one thing you need to understand about these leaders of these leftist political parties, they all have constitutions, they all have the processes that must be followed. But at the end of the day, what they say goes. Just like with Julius Malema. You can't tell me if Julius Malema does not want you in his political party anymore, you're going to force Julius Malema to follow the processes. It's not going to happen. That is his own political party. That's his own political party. If Julius Malema wants you out of the EFF, he's not going to have a conversation with you. He's simply going to kick you out. To hell with the processes. Go and ask Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Go and ask Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. I mean, Jacob Zuma, if he wants you out of the MK party, there are no internal processes. They kick you out. And of course, Floyd Shivambu is going to follow the same line. They're going to follow the same line. Unlike with the ANC, you know, man, in the ANC, people fight for themselves there. They have all of these useless committees. But at least in the ANC, people have a fighting chance. People cannot just be dismissed just like that in the African National Congress. It's not happening. But with these leftist political parties, man, the leaders of these political parties, they don't care about the processes in their own constitution. Who cares about the processes?
and still, what roles and responsibilities do you expect to continue to fulfill till this process, as you say, is completed?
All right. According to the letter that I received from the Secretary General, I'm not supposed to be taking any responsibilities as the first deputy president. So I'm just waiting for the hearing to take place. So I'm just not doing anything. So for the time being, since I'm a freedom fighter, I'll rather be an activist for Umkhondo Wisizwe for the time being until Africa Maibuya movement do what it says it will do.
She says that she's a freedom fighter. Man, many of these people actually wished they had lived in apartheid. Many of these bogus politicians, they wish they had lived in apartheid. That's why they still go around pretending like they are fighting for the freedom of the people of this country. Like, just imagine, man, this lady says that she's the freedom fighter.
But if in your mind, because, you know, and maybe you can just refresh our viewers, I've been reading the developments around this, and you consider yourself a member of both parties. I think this was a precedent set by Jacob Zuma, and a lot of people are taking their lead from him. But now you're actively campaigning for the MK party. So in your mind, how does this work? You are sticking to your guns. You're still the first DP. But you're campaigning for MKP.
The constitution of Africa Maibuya movement does allow dual membership. So
it's simple, it's clear.
Yeah, it allows it. So
there are some serious accusations and allegations, and I want to know what you thought when you read that. I mean, the list was long of things, part of which include these meetings that they say you held with Jacob Zuma and others without a mandate from the Maibuya leadership. How did that happen? Tell us a bit about those meetings, the purpose, what happened there?
No, the president of Africa Maibuya is very controlling. You can't tell me that I... Oh, the president of Africa Maibuya is very controlling. You can't tell me that I cannot meet President Jacob Zuma. I know him personally. I'm a member of Mkondo Wesizwe Party. So what right do they have to tell me that I'm not allowed to meet President Jacob Zuma? And he's a family friend. My godmother is close friends with the Zumas. So it was a personal meeting. I had to go and say sorry to the president of Mkondo Wesizwe Party, because whatever that the MK said about Floyd Shivambu, they were true. So I had to go and submit myself to the president to say, you know what, Baba, I'm very sorry to have left the way that I...
So when this lady says that whatever that the MK says about Floyd Shivambu was true, does it mean she believes the MK party? You remember what Floyd Shivambu did at the press conference when he left the MK party? He said that he was accused of trying to take over this political party of Jacob Zuma. So this lady believes that Floyd Shivambu actually wanted to take over the MK party, because she says that everything that was said about Floyd Shivambu by the MK, it is true. And I don't know if she's stupid or she's playing naive. But if you are the deputy president of a political party and you're going to meet the president of a political party that has chased me out, I would not be happy, because you know our secret. And this is maybe in Floyd's defense why he's not happy about this woman and the supposed relationship that she has with Jacob Zuma. That we are trying to form something here, and you have this person that is having meetings with Jacob Zuma, and we know how manipulative Jacob Zuma is. I mean, you can say whatever that you want to say about Jacob Zuma, but when it comes to women, the guy is a smooth talker. I mean, he has how many wives? This guy is smooth. And this lady will tell Jacob Zuma our secrets. And before you even know it, these people will cut us on our feet. And now she's sitting there and acting like, I don't understand why this is a problem. I don't understand why this is a problem. Can you just imagine if maybe Godrich Gadi, the deputy president of the EFF, was seen having coffee with Jacob Zuma somewhere in KZN? You would think that Julius would say, yeah, they are friends, these people have known each other for... No, it's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. You are the deputy president of this political party. You know the deep secrets of this political party. You are aware of the strategies that we want to implement in this political party. And now you're going to have meetings with a leader of another political party. And you want to say that, no, we are friends, we are family, we have known these people for a very long time. I just cannot understand this level of reasoning.
I did. I was just led by emotions, because remember when Floyd Shivambu was demoted from being a Secretary General to going back to Parliament, there were a lot of things that were said. And since I know him from the Economic Freedom Fighters as my deputy president, you know, I felt very sorry for him, and I was led by emotions, and that was my mistake, you know. And
how does someone trust a leader who, A, can be led by the emotions in the way that you describe, in a senior leadership position, with major, I mean, these have major impacts, the way that people see you, you know, as a leader. Do you believe that in any way undermines that leadership?
Yes, it does definitely undermine the leadership. It's just that from the onstart, I liked the ideologies of Floyd Shivambu. You know, he's very outspoken, he's young, he's vibrant.
But no, you are not addressing what this lady is speaking about. The fact that you are led by your emotions. How do you expect people to trust you if you are a leader that is being led by emotions? Can you imagine your president saying that, no, I felt sorry for him. This is why I did this. She's not addressing that.
Ideologies of Floyd Shivambu. You know, he's very outspoken, he's young, he's vibrant. Even when he recruited me from the Mkondo Wesizwe Party to form Africa Maibuya movement, I was like, okay, you know what? He says that the Africa Maibuya movement will be a progressive force. So I won't be moving far from the political agenda of the revolution. Do you understand? And I did send a WhatsApp to the president, Jacob Zuma, before I started with Maibuye. And also I sent the deputy president, Dr. John Hlophe, an email to say, you know what, I've been approached by Comrade Floyd Shivambu to start a new formation, but I'm not doing this because there's anything wrong with the Mkondo Wesizwe Party. It's just that, you know, I need to support him and I also need to grow politically.
What was the response to that?
No, there was no response at all.
Crickets, blue ticks.
No, not
Blue ticks. Blue ticks.
really. I don't think parliament members read their parliament email addresses. They use Gmail or Yahoo. So I don't know if you received it, but tonight...
Yeah, but you say you're close friends with the former president.
No, I'm talking about Dr. John Hlophe.
Okay.
Yes, I sent him an email, but...
Right. So you didn't tell former President Jacob Zuma that?
No, I sent him a WhatsApp.
And he responded?
No, he didn't.
But crickets again then, right?
Not really, because you can never...
She was blue ticked by Jacob Zuma.
say when there's no blue tick. I mean, he's an old man. Maybe he doesn't read his WhatsApp.
But he found your WhatsApp when you
Yes,
wanted to meet
yes.
with him for tea or the meeting that you had.
No, I called the PA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
then he met me and he forgave me, and
So
hence
why
I'm
didn't-
wearing...
Yeah. He met you and forgave you. Sorry, pick that up.
Yeah, he met me and he forgave me from leaving MK Party to form Africa Maibuya movement.
So where are you now in all of this? As you say, you're going to fight tooth and nail. You want your disciplinary process, but do you want to stay in Africa Maibuya Party?
I mean, I formed it. I mean,
like right now, it's clear. What this lady is basically saying is that now, Jacob Zuma has actually sent me to cause chaos in that political party of Floyd Shivambu. Because Jacob Zuma, we met, we had a tea, and he forgave me, and this is the reason why I'm wearing this regalia. He forgave me for leaving Umkhonto Wesizwe Party for Africa Maibuya movement. But I'm still gonna fight for my position in Africa Maibuya movement. I mean, like, this lady clearly, she has been sent by Jacob Zuma to cause confusion in that political party of Floyd Shivambu. Because, like, it really does not make any sense, man. Like,
if you remember, on the 19th of June, we made a press briefing and we called everyone, and I gave it my all. I was fully committed.
But you feel, I mean, you have quite strong feelings around Floyd Shivambu, and you have some views around his leadership as well, whether his leadership style reflects collectivism within the movement as you describe it. But you talk about strong-handed, one-man, leadership style. You've talked about being power drunk with ego, ego blinding one's wisdom. So state for us unequivocally tonight, because we know that, politics moves quite quickly, Nolu Babalo. So tonight you could be feeling different to 3 a.m. when you received that message and that instruction this morning. Where are you tonight with regard to Africa Maibuya Party and with regard to Floyd Shivambu specifically?
With Africa Maibuya, I'm still a member.
You want to stay in?
Why not?
Okay.
Why would you form something and you want to leave it? I formed it and I recruited, I mobilized, I brought in people into Africa Maibuya, and I told them that this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, and I can't just leave my constituency like that.
Okay. And Floyd?
I'm very disappointed in his leadership. I really had high regard. His leadership skills are around gossip, I'm very disappointed in his leadership. I really had high regard. His leadership skills are around gossip, you know, and I think he's a coward. He can't face women. I mean, he could have called me and sat down with me to have a one-on-one and spoke to me like when he asked me to come and...
I mean, like, there's no way. After that line, there's no way you are going back to Africa Maibuya movement. After you called Floyd Shivambu a coward, there's absolutely no way that you are going back. That was your final nail in your coffin. You are not going back. You are not.
His leadership skills are around gossip, you know, and I think he's a coward. He can't face women. I mean, he could have called me and sat down with me to have a one-on-one and spoke to me like when he asked me to come and start a party. But when I wanted one-on-ones with him, he said, no, he can't meet me one-on-ones. When I saw that there's some funny things going on in the organization.
Like what?
They'll have meetings without me. They deployed Dr. Nozi, the women movement's president, without me, but I was invited to come to a meeting where she was introduced, and it came as a shock to me that how can they deploy someone without me knowing as the second in charge in the whole organization.
We'll try to...
But you are a liability, man, in that political party. You are a liability, and this is one thing that you are failing to understand, that you are a liability, man.
Reach out to Floyd. We did actually try to reach out to them, but we'll reach out to Floyd to respond to what you've just said about him being a coward and somebody who can't face women. Let's go back to some of the issues that the party is, or that the movement is raising with you. Via News 24, Africa Maibuya alleges that discussions involved these, and you saw the amount, something like 500 billion. You laugh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
What do you say to this? This is for our viewers who don't know what we're talking about. $500 billion US dollars, no doubt, in direct investments to establish black dollar billionaires with Jacob Zuma, and that you lacked authority. So talk to us about that. I mean, you've already given some of your response.
As I said, my meeting with President Jacob Zuma was personal. So we did not, those are pure fabrications. They just want to dent my name, you know, in a way that they will discriminate me as a woman. This is gender-based violence.
Whoa. Now she's making it about her being a woman. I mean, you know, women like these ones are the ones that are making it hard for women to actually progress in this space of politics. Because now she says that her issue is gender-based violence. Man. I hate it so much when they do this, man. Like, I hate it so much.
They just want...
Because if people can go around and say everything is gender-based violence, it is actually going to take away from the real gender-based violence. And you heard, she says that Floyd Shivambu is a coward because he cannot face women. But if Floyd Shivambu would go on a national television and call this woman a coward, people would call him with all sorts of names.
And to dent my name, you know, in a way that they will discriminate me as a woman. This is gender-based violence. You don't just write things that you don't have proof of. I want proof.
Just imagine, man, the media writing articles about you is gender-based violence. So according to her, anything that is written about her, it has nothing to do with the contents. It has to do with the fact that she's a woman. In
the letter that I responded to, all the allegations, I asked for proof. The only two things in that, in those allegations was the meetings that I had, you know, and I explained myself. And even those two meetings, I'm the one who reported to the organization out of transparency because Maibuya is surrounded by gossip. Everything is about gossip. So I decided to save myself to say, you know what, let me just explain myself so that should anyone who have met me when I had the meeting, because there were a lot of people in the hotel. Maybe they will call Floyd, because Floyd does have people that he talks to in all these organizations, you know, out of gossip still, you know. So I can't be led through gossip, and I can't be charged over gossip. I need proof.
And certainly, again, if we do get an interview with them, we will certainly ask what backs up these claims that they make, or the reasons why they fired you. But it's interesting to me, Nolu Babalo, two things. One is, it doesn't seem as if Floyd will make way for you. So you're stuck in a paradigm where both of you are going to be there if you want to stay.
Africa Maibuye is said to be the people's movement. Why is it around about Floyd? It's supposed to be the people's movement.
Well, you said you joined because of him. You've just said.
I understand, but what he sold to me was this is going to be a people's movement, not a Floyd's political party. So I joined knowing that I'm going to be in a movement.
Nah, you are naive. You are naive. You are now justifying why you are naive. That's Floyd Shivambu's political party. It's a people's movement. The people's movement where? And the people are not funding this political party. Floyd Shivambu is the one that is running around, making sure that there's resources for this political party, and you're going to tell him that it is the people's movement. To hell with the people.
Because I'm an activist.
But why would you want to be around people that you have just described as openly misogynistic? To quote you, I mean, these are not my words.
Yes.
I'm just putting back what you said.
I'm one of the founders. I'm a founding member of Africa Maibuya movement.
Yeah.
I can't just be removed like that. I can serve in other political party like MK party, because even me joining MK party was because I knew that MK party is the only hope for the country. We can see that the ANC-led government failed dismally. And the only hope for South Africa to regain its power back is through a MK party. I mean, we can see that there's a high unemployment rate, there is inequality, there's poverty, and the ANC government is doing nothing in this GNU.
I mean, like, somebody please remind this woman that Jacob Zuma was the president of the country, and all of these things that she's talking about were there. And Jacob Zuma didn't do anything about these things.
Do you understand?
Talking about GNU, though, it's interesting because I want to talk about the GPU. We had some news, which was the story I shared.
No, I'm done. I'm done, guys. I hope you have suffered enough with me. This is what is happening there in the Africa Maibuya bed. Guys, it's Friday, but it's Friday. And I'm a bit tired. You know, guys, this week, man, I've been a bit tired, man. I've been dragging myself. But I'm happy that we are here and it's Friday. And guys, please, man, please enjoy your weekend responsibly. And don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive, guys. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the shenanigans in the Africa Maibuya movement? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Maybe I will see you later, guys. We will see. Bye-bye.